How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, born to battle. Star on our chest means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the star shines bright, that's when we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and you're listening to the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, the place to find my raw and uncut in podcast form. And I know what you're asking, Cowboys Nation. Why you got the Band-Aid on your face, Angry? Well, I got the Band-Aid on my face because I had a pimple right there and I popped it and it was bleeding and everything, so I had to cover it up. But the show must go on. But Cowboys Nation, we are 24 hours. Well, now that you guys are seeing this, we were 24 hours whenever I wrote it, but we are just a day away from an NFC East division rivalry game against the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. We are just under a day away from either showing the NFL that we're not the same team that we were starting out the 2025 season, or that we still need some work. But as we go into this game, we take a look at a record that the Philadelphia Eagles have 8-2 and look at how it is an uphill battle for our Dallas Cowboys. But there is a way to beat this team, Cowboys Nation. The blueprint to beating this team is out there. I just don't feel that the blueprint has been published just yet. Until now. So during this special episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, we're going to go in depth on the upcoming matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles and how this Dallas Cowboys team could potentially come away with the dub this coming Sunday. We're going to listen to clips from Get Up as well as clips from Speak Easy with Emmanuel Acho and LaShawn Shady McCoy, and hopefully publish the blueprint on how to take down the best team in the NFL this year. After that, I'll be giving my raw and uncut on a couple comments from the Angry Cowboys fan comment section. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into how I believe this Dallas Cowboys team can come away with an upset on the Philadelphia Eagles this week on the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast. As Cowboys fans know, there is a lot of drama coming out of the Philadelphia Eagles locker room when it comes to Jalen Hurts' ability to play the quarterback position at a high level consistently. A.J. Brown has gone on record with frustrations. He, as well as Devontae Smith, have expressed frustrations from the sidelines. Even Philadelphia Eagles all-time leading rusher LaShawn Shady McCoy has voiced his frustration with his QB1. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all from the Speak Easy podcast, and you know what we're going to do after that. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to the first clip from Speak Easy.
I'm comfortable in my own skin, so I can be honest. Yeah, we won last year, but the running back had like 2,500 yards.
Yeah.
Like hello?
You had the best running game by far.
The defense was nice.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you want to break this thing, let's really break it down. If you want to talk this talk, let's talk this talk. Because I love my team, but I can be honest too. So as much as you give him all the credit, and I ain't mad at him because he deserves credit. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. But it's funny how you just leave out my man had 2,500 yards as a running back. Dog. With a really good defense.
The reason I gotta not leave it out, but is at the end of the day, in the biggest games, Jalen Hurts played the biggest.
But you gotta get there though. You gotta get there. Yo, the Chiefs say, you know what? We're gonna let this guy right here beat us. And he beat him. But you gotta get there though, Acho. You can't just show up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I hear you. To me, look, the thing is, they are winning football games. They are going to continue winning football games. They're still going to be a Super Bowl favorite going into the playoffs. If this continues, though, come playoff time, and then they lose in the divisional because they don't have a good offensive showing, now it's a problem.
Now it's a problem. But all I can say is this, Cowboys Nation. The pressure of being the reason you win consistently is a mofo now, ain't it? This isn't going to be the video where I just bash Jalen Hurts, but it is what it is, and I got to say what I got to say. But this offense is looking for Jalen Hurts to play more of the quarterback position instead of him dinking and dunking and taking off and running, Cowboys Nation. Sure, he has great deep ball accuracy and the ability to run the football when the pocket collapses, but people are starting to realize that you need more of a consistent type of intermediate passing quarterback as well, especially if you're looking to get your weapons at the wide receiver position involved in the game. But go ahead and jumping into the second clip. The question is asked that I've been actually asking myself. Is it Jalen Hurts' ability, or is it the offensive coordinator not trusting the leadership of Jalen Hurts to their offense? So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut on Speak Easy.
It has to get fixed, man. Whether that's Jalen and AJ talking more, whether that's him just force-feeding him targets.
That ain't gonna fix it, though.
You don't think so?
It. Yo, my man, you gotta do your job. That's what I'm saying. If I don't like you, you don't like me. I gotta do my job. You gotta do your job.
Yeah.
This is in the football field. I gotta do my job. I gotta do my job. And I think the issue is, and I have a hard time with this too, because say what you want about Jalen Hurts, he brought my team a championship. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like he really did that, and he brought us 2 Super Bowl appearances. So I'm thankful though. Yeah. Right now, when you ask me to do my, I'll just say, yo, then you gonna do your job, Shady. Okay, well, I have a problem with, we give him all the credit for the wins, right? But it's like, yo, man, there's some times where like he might have this regular game, 120 yards, maybe run for 30 yards. The defense plays great. Saquon has 255 yards. And like we shift that to him. Yeah. That has a problem with me because there's some people that can't have 120 yards and still win a game.
He is absolutely right, Cowboys Nation. I'm sitting over here in disbelief on some real shit because I'm actually agreeing with LaShawn Shady McCoy on something. He knows that it doesn't happen too often, but when it does, I got to give him my raw and uncut on it. So, Cowboys Nation, y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Man, keeping it real. Man, keep it real. That's real.
This right here, Cowboys Nation, this right here is exactly what this Dallas Cowboys team needs going into this game on Sunday. It needs for this Philadelphia Eagles team to implode from the inside out. It needs for the weapons of their team to continuously question their leader, question Jalen Hurts' ability at the quarterback position. We need for the continuation of doubt in this man. Real talk, Cowboys Nation. But there was a great line by LaShawn Shady McCoy during the second clip. He said, there's some people that can't go out there and throw for 120 yards and still win the game. He's absolutely right about that, Cowboys Nation. If you take a look at Jalen Hurts' statistic at the quarterback position so far this season, he only has one game where he threw over 300 yards. That was during their struggle against the Minnesota Vikings team where they ended up winning by 6 points. There was only one game this season where the Eagles have beaten the team by 10 points, and that was their second game against the New York Giants without Malik Neighbors and without Cam Scatterboo. In that game, Jalen Hurts had 4 touchdown throws, 2 to Dallas Goedert, 1 to Jahan Dotson, and 1 to Saquon Barkley. 3 of those look to be checkdowns, Cowboys Nation. The one thing that has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith frustrated. The way the Dallas Cowboys defense was playing at the beginning of the season, there was no way that we could have Dak Prescott throw 179 yards and win the damn game. Every time the team had to take the field, there was this narrative that the offense had to go out there and score 35 to 40 points on any given Sunday. That's a lot to ask for your offense, Cowboys Nation. Now that Jerry Jones has gone out and started flipping the compensation that we got for the Micah Parsons trade, the interior of this defensive line is fully capable in getting after the quarterback from the 1 and 2 tech defensive tackle positions in Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark. This is exactly where Jalen Hurts would run in order to relieve pressure from the edge rushers getting at him and shutting his ability to boot out of the pocket to potentially throw down the field, Cowboys Nation. This is where the revamped linebacking core is going to have to play a key role in slowing Jalen Hurts down and slowing this already sputtering offense down. This is where players like DeMarvion Overshown, Maurice Leofow, or Shamar James is going to get into play. Their speed and their ability to run downhill, fit the gaps, and shut down Saquon Barkley and put a lid on Jalen Hurts' scrambling ability will be what secures the game for the Dallas Cowboys. But with the conversation that was being had on Speakeasy, there is that question lingering within the Eagles fan base as well as the talking heads. Does their offensive coordinator and Kevin Patullo trust Jalen Hurts to win the game for him? Does he trust Jalen Hurts to be able to put the game on his shoulders and win consistently, Cowboys Nation? Defensive coordinators go into a Dallas Cowboys game trying to neutralize Dak Prescott's ability to carve up their defense. They take away the pass and invites the Dallas Cowboys to beat them with the run. They take away what the Dallas Cowboys are best at. When you think of the Philadelphia Eagles, your first thought, you gotta shut down Saquon Barkley and all the quarterback design runs. Does Hurts have the ability to beat you over the top? Absolutely he does. Yes, he does, Cowboys Nation. But for some reason, it's either long passes or it's short passes. Hurts' medium passing game is pretty much non-existent, Cowboys Nation. So if you shut down the Eagles' rushing attack, their ability to throw the deep ball down the field and force Jalen Hurts to have to beat you with those medium, intermediate type throws, then I believe the Dallas Cowboys team will have even more success getting tackles for losses and quarterback sacks on Sunday. But it's kind of funny to see the Eagles locker room and fan base get divided. Our Dallas Cowboys, we've been there and we've done that while having Eagles fans laugh at us through the whole process. Laughing at the fact that Dak Prescott doesn't have anybody to work with in years prior. We were a team to where if the defense took away the pass, we were screwed, Cowboys Nation. Now with Javonte Williams, we have the ability to run the ball as well as get the passing game going. Thanks to Brian Schottenheimer, this team has been able to marry the run with the pass and get a lot of points out of it as well. It has been our defense that has been the Achilles heel for this Dallas Cowboys team. But week one, we didn't have players like Kenny Clark or Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, Kalen Carson, Siobhan Revel Jr., or DeMarvion Overshown, but we were still able to come in striking distance of beating the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. We ended up losing that game by 4 points. CeeDee Lamb had 4 crucial drops and was targeted 13 times to Pickens' 4 targets. The Philadelphia Eagles may go out looking to double team CeeDee Lamb, while our Dallas Cowboys will make them pay by throwing it to George Pickens. This is a completely different look that we'll see going out in the game on Sunday, offensively as well as defensively. Not only will the play of the Dallas Cowboys help win this game tomorrow, but the psychological warfare can be a huge part in beating this Philadelphia Eagles team. But on yesterday's episode of Get Up, Mike Greenberg, Dan Orlovsky, Andrew Hawkins, Adam Schefter, and Will Compton from Bussin' with the Boys talked about the continued dysfunction within the Eagles locker room and franchise. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips from Get Up, then you know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and fully unpack this raw and uncut, tying everything together to show y'all the ultimate blueprint on how to win this game against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jalen's played like this for years.
Yeah.
That's the style of play that Jalen plays it. He's probably a little bit more risk averse. But when it comes to the offense, do I think this offense right now, the way it's playing, could win the Super Bowl? I do not. I've been adamant about that. But I also have watched this offense that struggled last year, hit its stride when the playoffs mattered. I also know this. You mean to tell me that one of the, let's call it the most accomplished and successful quarterbacks over the last 3 or 4 years, 2 of the highest paid receivers, 2 of the highest paid offensive tackles, the highest paid running back, they can't play anymore? Those guys can't play anymore? So it's not just those individual players forgot how to play football or have fallen off the planet and can't, and one of the highest paid tight ends. There is a reality where this scheme isn't necessarily highlighting all the strengths. They got to play better up front. But the way we talk about the quarterback is the way that we talk about guys who are bottom 5 at the position, and it's disingenuous and disrespectful.
Bro, I tell y'all, there's not another former quarterback that on national TV continuously cries about another quarterback who thinks he is the head of the league because this team's accomplishments. This team's accomplishments. He said the same shit about Josh Allen last year, and now he's on Jalen Hurts' jock. The shit that Dan Orlovsky's talking about is the exact same thing he disses Dak Prescott for not doing. He disses Dak Prescott when Dak can't carry an entire team to a win, but wants to give Jalen Hurts all the props in the world for his defense playing lights out, special team playing lights out, getting blocked field goals, and the offense not being able to really put points on the board consistently. Y'all got to make it make sense to me, Cowboys Nation. But going ahead and jumping into the second clip, Andrew Hawkins gives his perspective on the whole topic. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and talk about it. Roll a clip.
I think the big thing is when you look at those statistics, because I think you're right. You're saying that this offense isn't good enough to win the Super Bowl. I agree, right, the way they've played. But when you look at this roster, both defensively and offensively, they should be good enough to win the Super Bowl.
Totally.
So that discrepancy, to your point, like we can point to whatever that is. And I'm not saying it's the quarterback. I'm saying it's this new offensive coordinator in the scheme. In 2023, they started the season 10-1, and they imploded. And then going into last year, it was Sirianni and Jalen Hurts have a terrible relationship. There was another explosive article about this organization. They also started 8-2, and they won the Super Bowl. So can they win it? Absolutely they can, because they have the horses in the stable.
Offense isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl. Now they want to blame the offensive coordinator, Cowboys Nation. What their offensive coordinator last year did when he leaned heavy on the run game, that's exactly what he did. He just gave the ball to Saquon Barkley. Really didn't involve the quarterback unless it was in the playoffs and they wanted to take what they did best away from him. Well, the run game isn't looking the same this year, Cowboys Nation, and it has caused Jalen Hurts to have to do more at the quarterback position. Let's not act as if that's a tall order now, Cowboys Nation. It's been the tall order for Dak Prescott to do the exact same thing since 2021. Why is it such a big deal now that the Philadelphia Eagles have to do it? Where were you when the only target that Dak Prescott had to throw to was CeeDee Lamb? I mean, you were telling Dak Prescott to get over it. Now that your golden boy, he's struggling to put points up on the board, it's everybody else's fault but his own. Come on now, Cowboys Nation. But let's go ahead and hop into this third clip so we can unpack this raw and uncut.
Yeah, I got Dallas. I think the defense is playing a lot better. You watched the game last week. There's a linebacker competition going on. Nobody's going to talk about a linebacker room and a competition going on in a linebacker room. But there is one happening. Yeah. Right. Guys are rotating every series. There's a lot of urgency and communication. You see it. They got Malik Hooker back. They got their other safety Wilson back. They're getting healthy. Overshown's back in the lineup. Kenny Clark and Quincy Williams being disruptive as they are in the pocket, pressuring internally. This Dallas is playing with their hair on fire. Yes, it was the Raiders, but I got them beating the Eagles.
All right, Will Compton, it's Quinnen Williams, not Quincy, but I know it is what it is. Well, Cowboys Nation, let's go ahead and tie all these clips into each other and put out the blueprint on how to beat the Philadelphia Eagles team. So, y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
Man, keeping it real, man, keep it real, that's real.
Cowboys Nation, now is the prime opportunity to show Philadelphia and its fan base that this team can bleed, that every man on this team is a human being. Yes, you got to go out there and you got to beat this team physically, but if you can get into their heads and remain in their heads the whole entire game, it will help your team even more throughout the game. These talking heads were mentioned in the Philadelphia Eagles 2023 season. What happened during the 2023 season, Cowboys Nation? There was so much talk about there being a rift within the locker room. There was so much talk about A.J. Brown not being happy. The only difference between now and then is that they have a much better defense and a defensive coordinator. The way this Dallas Cowboys team comes out to play this game will tell us everything, Cowboys Nation. If they can go out there and continue to play mind games with this Philadelphia Eagles team, they can win this game. How do they play mind games, you ask, Cowboys Nation? Well, your defense is going to have to get after Jalen Hurts. Don't give them time to look down the field to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I have a feeling that they're going to try and go out of their way to target A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to get their morale back up. Don't allow that to happen, Cowboys Nation. Everyone knows that when a wide receiver doesn't get the ball consistently, that wide receiver checks out of the game mentally, especially when it's been widely known around the NFL landscape that they're upset with their quarterback's level of play. Also, their offensive coordinator is going to try to go into this game trying to make it a point for Jalen Hurts to look top-notch at the quarterback position. He's going to be looking to get plays down the field, to get the ball down the field and get it to the hands of their playmakers. Sure, he'll try to establish the run with Saquon Barkley, but it's not going to be the primary weapon like it was for Kellen Moore last year. This is going to fall on the shoulders of our linebackers and our nickel corner, just being able to shut down those short dumps off to Dallas Goedert and the other tight end. Put a clamp on their short game and their deep ball, and you'll see Jalen Hurts struggle with completing those intermediate throws. The blueprint to beating the Philadelphia Eagles is to play psychological warfare. Our team has to be disciplined. They have to be aggressive, and they have to take pride in securing that ball. This means no fumbles, no penalties, no interceptions. Continue to be fundamentally sound on both sides of the ball in order to frustrate this Philadelphia Eagles team. But as far as this Philadelphia Eagles defense, our offense is going to have to play quick. They're going to have to play aggressive. Jalen Carter's going to be looking to get some get back on Dak Prescott for getting him ejected during the game in week 1. He's going to be looking at punishing this offensive front. So Dak, you're going to have to take advantage of that quick game. And Brian Schottenheimer, you're going to have to consider playing with bigger packages. No diddy. Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele did pretty good against Max Crosby when we faced the Las Vegas Raiders. The interior of our offensive line, they're going to be tested during this game, Cowboys Nation. If they can give Dak Prescott a little bit of time in the pocket, I feel we're going to have a good chance at beating this Philadelphia Eagles team. But y'all know how people say that football is 20% physical and 80% mental, right? When this Eagles front four tries to be overly aggressive, you got to use that aggression to your advantage. You got to use it and have the opportunity for like a screen pass or a quick slant just to get the ball out quicker. Honestly, don't believe that they'll come out looking to play man defense against our receiving core. I don't think that's going to happen, Cowboys Nation. So Dak Prescott's going to have to be looking at a lot of zone looks pre-snap, but take what the defense gives you, Dak Prescott. Don't force it to CeeDee Lamb. Don't force it to George Pickens. Remember, you got your tight end and Jake Ferguson, as well as your wide receiver 3 and Ryan Flournoy to take advantage of. But also, Dallas Cowboys need to use the worries and the lingering issues when it comes to Jalen Hurts and his weapons. Take away Saquon Barkley. Take away A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Take away Jalen Hurts' ability to escape the pocket. Make him beat you with strictly quarterback skills and watch him struggle to try and do it. That's the blueprint on how to beat this Philadelphia Eagles team. The Kansas City Chiefs tried doing it in the Super Bowl last year and forgot that he could throw the deep ball. We all know that Matt Eberflus loves to play zone to try and eliminate the deep pass. Earlier, some quarterbacks took the opportunity to throw the deep ball anyway, but I just don't feel Jalen Hurts is going to do that. Jalen Hurts is worried about his interception rate, so he's not going to take that opportunity. But that doesn't mean that we play soft over the top, because he will take advantage of it because he has the ability to do so. Make him have to use every single bit of his quarterback skills. Make him have to use every bit of that IQ up there. Make him have to really scan the field, Cowboys Nation. Make him have to read the defenses and make him think about where he wants to go with the ball. I don't believe that their offensive coordinator believes in his processing speed, so let's bring the game to him at 100 miles an hour. But Cowboys Nation, I got a great feeling about this game at home. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I have a great feeling that we'll end up splitting with the Philadelphia Eagles this year. I have a feeling that our defense is going to go out there and shock everybody again this week, and you may see Jalen Hurts throw a pick. But I foresee Jalen Hurts being on the run during this game, so it's going to be up to this defense to be able to contain him. Do you think our revamped defense can get the job done, Cowboys Nation? We'll see on Sunday. Now, this is the part of the podcast where I dig into the mailbag, Cowboys Nation. The first comment comes from MC Arthur Hamilton 7220. The comment reads, "Yes, and it takes real fans to support this team through every single battle year after year." Yo, MC Arthur, I truly agree with you. It takes a special kind of fan, a special kind of person to put up with all the nonsense, all the rigmarole, all the bullshit from other fan bases when they try to put down our Dallas Cowboys. Going to bat for this Dallas Cowboys team, being 4-5-1, but still being here rooting on our Dallas Cowboys team as if they were 14-0 or something. Cowboys Nation, it's a privilege to be a Dallas Cowboys fan because I love being a Dallas Cowboys fan. There's no other team that I would love to represent, to keep it a buck. I was actually talking to my wife about it, and I said, if the Dallas Cowboys, for some reason, they folded, they went under, there was no more Dallas Cowboys team, I would just watch the NFL just to watch the NFL. I wouldn't have a favorite team because my Dallas Cowboys is my favorite team. The star is always on my heart. I'm going to keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. So I'm going to be here. Rain, sleet, or snow, through the good times, through the bad. I'm going to be here giving y'all Dallas Cowboys content, and I'm going to be here chopping it up with my Angry Cowboys fan family because you guys are super important, super knowledgeable about the Dallas Cowboys, and that's what a real fan base does. So MC Arthur Hamilton 7220, I appreciate your comment. Appreciate you being active in the comment section and on the channel. But most importantly, I thank you for being DC for life. All right, Angry Cowboys fan family. The second comment comes from the homie, Jeremy Betts. The comment reads, I'm glad you won, kinfolk. I thought you were going to blow the game. Pause if necessary. Yo, keep it a buck. I really don't play online matchups. I don't play online on Madden. I play franchise mode, and then, I play the computer on All Madden. To keep it a buck, All Madden was a new thing for me this year. The past editions of Madden, I would play on the one just under All Madden because I wasn't good enough. I couldn't give the computer any type of competition. Now, it's like I blow the computer out all the time, so I got to look for more competition, and that competition comes from online matchups. So I know that there's people out there that has Madden 26, so if you want to play your boy, make sure you look me up. It is the ACF 2023. That's my gamer tag. If you want to play some Madden and I got time, we can get a game in. But just know you might be recorded. Even if I lose, you might be recorded and I'll put it on the channel because I'm not really good on online matchups. But hey, every now and then I'll crack somebody's head wide open. But I truly appreciate you, Jerry Betts. I truly appreciate you supporting this channel, helping me grow, helping me with the knowledge of being a Dallas Cowboys content creator. Cause bro, you be in the, you be in the back, you be in the shadows, giving me ambition, giving me topics, just giving me good quality friendship, brotherhood, being a Dallas Cowboys fan and being a part of the Cowboys family. You've been giving me all that type of support, and I truly appreciate you, bro. Man, I thank you for being a part of what we do here. You are a huge part of what we do here, and I couldn't be more thankful to you. So, Jeremy Betts, I appreciate you, bro. One of these times we're going to get on live. I'm going to put the link up there, and you're going to hit that link. We're going to be able to chop it up. And also, next time I'm in the DFW, I'm going to give you forewarning to let you know that we in the building so we can go ahead, maybe go out to the Magic Time Machine or something and get something to eat. We can chop it up Dallas Cowboys style. But Jeremy, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for what you do. But most importantly, thank you for being DC for life. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about the upcoming matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles? What's your score prediction for the game tomorrow, Cowboys Nation? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. But if you're digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, we are only 9,000 away, Cowboys Nation. Drop a like on this video, share this content with anybody that you know's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device, make sure you hype this video. Doing so can almost guarantee that we get out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans so they can join the ACF family and we can root on our Dallas Cowboys from now until we're gone. But if you are DC for life and you want our Dallas Cowboys to beat the hell out of the Philadelphia Eagles, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdowns, or Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay. The film breakdowns will be coming back as soon as I can, get the bread to revamp my subscription to NFL Plus. It's hard out here for a pimp right now. I will get that done as soon as possible. But we have the tools and we have the talent to come away with a dub on Sunday. Let's go into this game and get into the minds of our opponents. Let's be aggressive and let's get this damn dub. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Love you guys. And I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.